Hello and welcome to this video, how to study and learn physics. In this video, let us see a few important tips that will help you to study the physics more effectively. So physics, as you know, it is a problem solving discipline. So our aim while studying this subject is that we learn it to solve the problems, to solve the real life problems. Uh, so ultimately, that is the aim of studying and learning physics. So now we are going to learn a lot of principles in textbooks and research papers. So while doing that, we have to understand these principles. Means the goal of learning these principles should help us ultimately to understand the problems and solve the problems. So this must be the ultimate goal that we should have. So we in our hands we have problems, and we should be in a position to understand those problems as well as bring solutions to those problems. So we have to study in order to achieve that state. Now, so while studying to understand and retain the data or formulas, we have to focus on underlying principles. So So every time most people face this while trying to retain the formulas. So they try to remember the formulas, but they couldn't remember because they have forgotten the underlying principle. When you are familiar with the underlying principle, it would be easy to uh, remember the formulas or retain the data. Even not only the formulas, but the data as well, uh, or the concept or the sections which are given in the textbook. To remember all this, it is important to focus on underlying principles. And while reading, we have to read actively with questions in mind. So when we have a question while reading, then that will help us to uh, get the answers more effectively or learn more effectively. So we can associate what we learn to the question that we have in our mind. And so while studying, it is also important to stop periodically rather than continuously keep on learning. It's it's good to have a break after 45 minutes or 1 hour and then recall what was studied during that period. And after that, we can proceed further. So taking breaks and recollecting what we have studied is vital, as it will enable you to remember as well as memorize. Not only that, but it will enhance your learning capability. And the most important thing is that each time we have to analyze the application of sections, equations, ideas, whichever are there in the textbook. So we have sections, equations, and different ideas. We have to analyze how these things are going to uh, be applicable for problems, how these are going to be applicable for solving the problems once we have done studying them. So these are few important tips for studying physics effectively. If you know any technique that that you are using and you find it useful, please write in the comment. Thank you so much for watching this video.